Hi, Casey Carter, and hello, everybody. This is Amina Peterson. I'm the founder and director of the Atlanta Institute of Tantra and Divine Sexuality, and I have been in sex work in some way, shape, or form. So I started about 25 years ago, so it's been a little bit, and I wanted to just offer a little something about the healing power of sex work, and really just to kind of reiterate the healing power of sex and how having that available for everyone who desires that without having to be engaged in a permanent style relationship, without having to experience sexual pleasures and medicine without engaging in consensual adult space together. Really robbing us from that is so much more harmful than I think any of us are really calculating, or we'd be all at the Capitol buildings yelling at the faces of our legislators and telling them that we deserve access to the medicine that sex offers. The ability and the history and the tradition of working as a sex worker, offering erotic touch, offering the powerful magic that's available in penetration, offering sensual massage and cuddles. Even I'll go as far as to include cuddles in there, because a lot of times we think of sex just as something that belongs to the genitals. But if we twist our idea of what sex and sexuality really is, like if we take away the idea that it can only be in sexual intercourse, then we're opened up to so much more potential, right? So then something like cuddling does actually become sex. And so cuddlers are also sex workers. Humans need touch. Humans need connection. And whether you believe it or not, we were designed to fuck. That's a part of our being. That's a part of who we are. We experience immense pleasure when we're having sex. Our body, and that pleasure is not just like, oh, I feel good. Like, it's not like some frivolous pursuit of pleasure. The little pills that you get when you go to the psychopharmacist and they prescribe you pills to help regulate some of the chemicals in your body. A lot of those chemicals are regulated in safe, consensual, enjoyable, pleasurable sexual experiences in the phases of arousal and in the aftermath of that we produce these chemicals in the body that actually make us feel good. And so getting to accept your humanity, who you are and how you were created, is as much medicine as any of as any of the things that you go to the store and traditionally get to help relieve pain and tension. We know that sex is useful for the relief of pain. We know that sex is useful for the balancing of hormones. We know that sex is useful for so many medical functions. And then we act like it's only supposed to be available to the people who follow a certain set of rules and come into monogamous style or relationships, or elevator style relationships, even when they're not monogamous, or something that looks and mimics the construct of marriage, right? And so this changes that a little bit. Switching our understanding to recognize sex as medicine, and therefore sex work as a medical, healing, sacred practice, allows us to turn away from that colonized view of the body that was clearly placed in our minds for the advance of one group of people. And so it's time we kind of scratch our heads and say, no, maybe start writing some folks and saying we deserve the beauty of sex as medicine, and sex work qualifies as that. It is healing work. It always has been since the beginning of time, and it always will be. I'll be sure that while I'm here, I'm a big proponent of keeping it at the forefront of our healing practices. All right. So thank you for listening to me. And I hope that you are having a beautiful start to your Women's History Month. And I look forward to seeing you in the social world moving forward. Y'all have a beautiful one. Peace.